Oh, good morning, New York City. A live look at Times Square this morning as we get ready for all the New Year's Eve celebrations. And hey, we're thankful you're starting your last day of 2024 with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Sam in for Julia today, along with Chuck Lofton and Julia Brooks.
And that's probably as quiet as it'll be in New York City all day
absolutely.
today. Yeah, so again, glad that you're up with us here on 13 Sunrise. And we're geared up for a lot of things that are happening tonight too, Chuck.
Yeah, and you think about it, this is December 31st. We should be seeing snow and ice, if anything. And if you also think about this, if we get an inch of rain today, that would be approximately 10 inches of snow. So, hey, it's okay. All right, and we got plenty of rain out there right now. Some of you have already picked up nearly a half an inch just since this started. As you look live at a very damp but beautiful Carmel near the Center for Performing Arts, the Palladium this morning, and of course that beautiful ice rink. Let's show you radar. I know some of you got up and you may have awoken in our southern counties to the sound of lightning and thunder, the sound of thunder and the blast of lightning. Here we go. Brownstown, Nashville, and Columbus, where we've seen some lightning this morning. Let me scoot the radar over towards the east. North Vernon and Westport, there's lightning there. So these are thunderstorms that are occurring in December. Remember, we can have severe weather in any time of the year, and we're not seeing severe weather, but it is kind of nasty in spots, especially Connorsville and over towards Richmond, where the rain is coming down very heavily. We did have heavy rain in Bargersville, Greenwood, and Southport. Now, for the most part, it's light. Same for Avon, Brownsburg, at the home of the Warriors in Danville and Lisden. Whitestown, Zionsville, you're seeing rain, and here's, again, very heavy rain. This I-69 corridor, it's tough this morning, all the way from Pendleton to Muncie. Look at the heavy downpours of rain. Lasantville and Hagerstown. Then over towards Kokomo, Frankfort, excuse me, seeing very heavy rain at the home of the hot dogs with Mulberry, Rossville, Delphi, Lafayette, all with heavy rain. It has been coming down. If you're headed to Indianapolis International, we urge you to get there 2 hours early. Big crowds today as folks are headed home or going for a quick vacation now that we're getting out of that vacation time. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s this morning. But how about this? Just one delay this morning. That's to Sarasota, unlike yesterday when we had a house full of delays and even a cancellation. Today, then, 47 degrees. That's about where we'll stop for a high later on today. All right, let's take a look at traffic. And we continue to have the same problem that we had 2 hours ago when we began our broadcast, and that's Interstate 70. Still closed eastbound near the Greenfield exit, which is right here all the way to Mount Comfort. Now, you'll notice as the traffic is moving eastbound, you see these message boards? Police are having people get off as they're headed eastbound at the Mount Comfort exit. You've got to go down to 40, take 40 into Greenfield, take State Road 9, come back up, and you can get there. Now, this is a camera that INDOT is looking at right now. The accident is actually up here, the crash, but the interstate closed eastbound. The westbound lanes, that's what you're seeing here, and I know it's difficult to see, but that's why I'm describing this for you. Westbound lanes are okay getting into Indianapolis, but they are moving slow. More weather, more traffic. We'll take a look at some really cold air coming in here for the weekend. Sam, that's in a few minutes.
All right, Chuck, thank you. An officer-involved shooting in Lawrence ends with one man dead on Indy's east side.
This happened near 30th and Shadeland, and according to police, innocent bystanders were impacted by this. Let's get to Sia New Yorker, who is following this story and is following the story for us in the studio. Good morning, Sia.
Good morning, ladies. IMPD tells us this all started as a basic traffic stop on Pendleton Pike in Lawrence, but things turned violent when police say the driver took off and started shooting at them. Now, this all started around 4 yesterday afternoon. During the traffic stop, IMPD said a female passenger got out of the car, leaving the male driver in the car. That's when police say he took off and then fired shots at them during that traffic pursuit. Now, we're told 2 Lawrence police officers and 1 IMPD officer fired their service weapons. When SWAT officers approached the car, they found 1 man dead. No officers or bystanders were injured, but several cars were hit by bullets.
People driving to and from the grocery store, bringing their kids home from daycare or wherever they're going, did not sign up for that. They don't deserve to have that happen in their neighborhoods and through their public street. I'm not sure what else we're supposed to do when our officers are attacked by guns, by knives, by machetes, that they have a right to go home to their families at the end of the night.
Now, IMPD tells 13 News that the female passenger is cooperating with investigators. Now, in December alone, there have been 4 officer-involved shootings, including this one. For the entire year, there are 17. Now, coming up on Sunrise at 5:30, hear from police on what you should do if your car was hit by one of those stray bullets.
Yeah, sounds like there were quite a few.
There were quite a few.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this morning, Metro Police are working to figure out who killed a man on Indy's South Side.
We want to show you what this scene looked like. This is on El Lago Boulevard near Rule Street and Hannah Avenue last night. Police tell us this all started around 9:30 when officers got a call of shots fired.
So when they were on their way to the scene, police say they found a person in the middle of the street with some type of trauma. Medics worked on that man, but they can't confirm if that man was shot or if he was stabbed or both.
There is at least one eyewitness on scene. However, there's a language barrier. So homicide detectives are going to have to work with that person and get a translator and take them down to homicide office and interview them. Crime lab is on scene at this time, and homicide detectives are scouring the area to see if there are any more possible witnesses in the apartment complex.
So this morning we are working to learn the identity of the person who died. As soon as we have new information in this investigation, we'll have that for you here on 13 Sunrise.
Both of them were loving and caring young men, and they were definitely family guys as well.
Well, this morning, a family is planning 2 funerals after a stabbing here in Indianapolis.
It's devastating. This unfolded early Sunday morning. That's when police say some sort of fight inside of Havana Sports Lounge near 10th Street and High School Road led to the death of cousins Tyler Amos and TJ Walker.
Their relative, Carlton Amos, says the victims called another family member to pick them up that night because they didn't feel safe. But by the time that person got there, the 2 men had been stabbed and he took them to the hospital.
We can't see what the future holds for Bruiser. We can't see the better that TJ said that he was wanting to be because someone took it. You took it from our family.
Well, their family and police are all urging anyone with helpful information to come forward. You can call police directly, or a reminder, you can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers. We have more info online. This morning, the Army is investigating the death of a soldier from Indianapolis. As according to the Department of Defense, Captain Eric Hart died in Iraq from a non-combat injury. He was serving with the Indiana National Guard. Captain Hart was assigned to the headquarters and battalion of Indiana's 38th Infantry Division.
A warning this morning for people in Grant County. Marion police are urging residents to be aware of a scam that's trying to get their money. So they say people are getting calls from someone pretending to be a police officer. The caller claims that a loved one has been arrested and then they demand money. So obviously this isn't real. They say scammers request money through online payment apps like Venmo or Zelle. So police say if you get one of those calls, hang up and call police right away.
Here's another scam alert, this one from Indy's FBI office about potential scams if you're looking for love. The FBI says it sees an increase in romance scams around the holiday season. They say people like to use fake online IDs on dating apps and Facebook to gain your affection and your trust over time. But experts say there are some tips and red flags to identify a scam. First, you want to be careful just what you're posting online in general because scammers use that information, those details you share online to target you. Go slow, ask plenty of questions, and never send money to anyone, especially if you've not met them in person. Well, Indiana state employees will have more money in their bank accounts this year.
Yeah, the governor announced bonuses for all state employees, but there won't be any pay raises. So let us explain. Our partners at the Capitol Chronicle are reporting state employees got a letter this week notifying them about these bonuses. And it says full-time employees will get $1,250.
Part-time and intermittent employees will get $650. Budget officials say this will cost the state between $20 and $22 million. The state of Indiana currently has about 32,000 full-time employees. Now, last time these employees received $500 and $1,500 along with a 3% raise. Well, there are some possible snow showers and cold temperatures that Chuck has been talking about in the extended forecast.
Yeah, so fire officials in Bargersville want to make sure you stay safe as those temperatures drop. They say please be cautious of alternative ways to heat your home. They're talking about things like space heaters and ovens,
because they can cause a fire and carbon monoxide poisoning. So the Bargersville Fire Department says that not using proper heating sources is one of the leading causes of fire deaths in the U.S.
No place like the Big Easy. Notre Dame and Georgia getting ready to square off in the Sugar Bowl. We preview this matchup. That's coming up.